Hello?
Hello, Mr. Nyaaba. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Right. So my question was whether or not you find this a viable plan to be able to turn things around, considering the
Yeah,
fact that farmers over the years had expressed concerns about the Planting for Foods program.
yeah. So you agree with me that in terms of service delivery, the history or the record shows that the public sector has not been effective in delivering service in whatever kind. So there is a Planting for Food and Jobs PFJ2, which is looking at linking the private sector access to farmers. We think it's a ideal way to go. If you remember, in 2020, 2021, there was public outcry of government failure to pay fertilizer importers and seed importers who supply fertilizer under the Planting for Food and Jobs because Ministry of Finance, the money was not there. So now that government is bringing the private sector access in, giving them credit guarantee letters to be able to take credit and then procure input for farmers, I think is the best way to go. After all, when you look at the PFJ1, it got a time there was no price difference between the subsidized fertilizer and the open market fertilizer. Apart from that, the quality of fertilizer that was supplied on the Planting for Food and Jobs was very poor. We did a research in 2022, and about 90% of the respondents indicated that the subsidized fertilizer and subsidized seeds were of poor quality, and that they would prefer to rather add money and buy from open market fertilizer instead of the subsidized fertilizer. So farmers actually lost confidence in the Planting for Food and Jobs input.
Well, I'm particularly excited hearing you talk about credit guarantees because we know that over the years, one of the difficulties has been access to credit for these farmers, which is a major challenge for them. Are you able to give us details of this financing model that government is proposing?
Yeah. So what we were told, or the discussion we had with the ministry, is that, you see, if you take our association as an aggregator, we identify service providers like fertilizer importers or seed importers or mechanization service providers. Okay. Then we say that we want these people to supply the fertilizer to us. So government gives those service providers a bank guarantee letter with a designated bank. They will now supply the inputs to those service providers. They'll give it to us, we take it and give it to farmers on credit. When farmers produce, we aggregate their produce and then supply to output market. The output market pay directly to the bank. So the bank take their money and then the cycle continues. So we think this is more sustainable way of doing it. Then government then play the facilitation role, create the enabling environment, invest in the land development, feeder roads, storage facilities, whilst the farmers and the private sector then comes in and take advantage of the enabling environment to produce. So we think if we go that tangent, it reduces the pressure of government always have to subsidizing inputs and the service providers taking advantage and supplying inferior products to farmers.
And do we know when all these will take effect?
We were told that it's going to take effect with an immediate effect, but the full-blown implementation will be in 2024.
In 2024, that's an election year, and aren't you worried that, just in case there's a change in government, we may not likely see the rollout of this program? It needs all on board, do you think so?
Yeah, but the season is almost gone. Farmers who are to plant have already planted. Those who are applying fertilizer have already applied. So a lot of only the minor season. So there is nothing we can do about it. So even if the products are available now, many few farmers will go for it because they are almost entering the off season.
All right, Charles Nyaaba, we want to say a big thank you to you. Dr. Charles Nyaaba is the Executive Director of the Peasant Farmers Association of Ghana. Let's